Hi everybody, this is Amir. I'm going to do a quick Facebook Live. Now I'm actually doing this for a mental note for my private Facebook group called Starting From Scratch, but I wanted to kind of play with the idea here first, and then I'm going to probably revisit this and see if it made sense to even talk about it in the other group. But I was thinking about searching for something versus searching for nothing, right? And what I mean by that is I've realized every single problem people bring starts with a something. Like, I am this. How do I fix it? I am not a good coach. How do I learn about connection? How do I learn about getting clients? I am a introvert. How do I get myself so I can be an extrovert, right? So we come from something and then try to resolve it to find an answer, right? So we're searching from something, searching for something. And from that place of creating this idea. But what the principles do, hey Matt, that I've realized is searching for nothing is what we actually do. We're actually searching from the space before we have created the idea of ourselves. And I'll give you a really good example. People say things like, I want to be a good coach. How do I become a better coach, right? First thing you need is what's a coach? For me, coaching is about connecting with the person, deep listening, and exploring. That's coaching, right? It turns out that when we show up connecting, deep listening, and exploring is a natural byproduct of humanity. That's what we do, right? But when we create something called coaching, now we have to now find a resolution from that space. I need to be a better coach. What does that mean? Okay, well, first of all, that's an identity I made up. So now I have to go look for, well, a good coach needs connection. So now we look for it. Where's connection? Okay, I'm a coach and coaches need to connect like this. And then we go, okay, now how do I connect on that thing? And then we go, well, it has to be deep listening. Someone told me deep. And then we make that into something. And I need to go to deep listening seminars. But meanwhile, while we're looking from all this, we forget that the first thing that we created is an identity, is something that was created out of thought. And then we try to find the solution in thought again, right? The problem is in thought. I need to be a better coach. And the resolution, we go out there and it's so difficult to find until one day we say, screw it. What are you before you need to be something better? What are you before you say you're an introvert? Who are you before the identity you gave yourself and then the solution you need to fix the identity that you started off made in thought? What are you, right? It turns out you are connection. You are source. You are genuine. You are everything until you don't think you are. It's really, really simple. And so I'll give you a little strategy. Is anyone here from the principals? Is there any 3P police here? When people come to you and that you say, so what's going on? Pay attention to the first thing they say. I am really upset in my relationship right now. How do I fix my relationship? Right? So now they've made relationship a thing. Not seeing that there's no such thing as a real relationship out there. Relationship is simply, it's a byproduct of being with somebody. Right? So we start to question the very first premise and let them loosen the grip of how sticky that thought is. Right? I'm not good at work. Well, what does it mean to be good? Right? So now they've created a attribute called good, and they never feel good enough after that, because how do you ever become good without making up the starting line and the finish line? How do we do that? Well, by seeing that it's been made up in the first place. So one of the biggest things I will tell you is find people for them to search nothing instead of something. And the nothingness is is the thing that transcends thought, the thing that looks directly at thought to go, that's what I missed. No wonder I couldn't find it. Because the first thing that I created was also made from the same material that the solutions that I'm looking for are made of. And as that happens, there is nothing to solve. And that coach that wants to be the most wonderful coach ends up being just that, because he's no longer a coach. He's just somebody that connects and deep listens and loves the person they're in front of. And the person that comes with all their problems starts to see that they are made from the same creative energy than the coach. And there's no longer a client in front of you, and there's no longer a coach. And what normally happens is you have two people no longer in an illusionary place, living from a different space, and just loving life as it's supposed to be. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.